What's up, everyone? On today's episode of Bourbon Budz, we'll be reviewing Elijah Craig's Barrel Proof B524.
Coming in at 130.6 proof, this bourbon is aged 11 years and 2 months.
With a mash bill consisting of 78% corn, 12% malted barley, and 10% rye, this bourbon is sure to exceed our expectations.
All right, guys, we're going to go in with a fresh pop.
That was a really good one. So here we go. Here's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B524. Cheers.
Cheers. Smells amazing. I get a real fruity smell.
You can tell they got some heat on this bottle. Just on the nose, it's got a little heat. You can tell. I mean, that's a typical barrel proof. You know, most of the good barrel proofs have a little heat on them. Definitely got a sweet aroma, but you can smell it. It's kind of a sweet heat. It's got a little...
It's got a fruity wood grain smell to me.
Let's see what she tastes like.
Yeah, got some heat.
Wow.
It's hot. They should call it B52 because it's coming in like a hot like a bomber.
So initial taste is very spicy, but there are some hints of cherry, kind of a fruity taste. You know, your typical bourbon, your vanilla, a little chocolate, but I definitely taste the cherry. But it's definitely hot, very hot.
It is. I'm gonna say the definition of bourbon. It's stout. It's good. It's hot, but it has that strong bourbon. It's kind of what you look for. It's real stout.
So towards the finish, I get a little lingering heat, very warm feel going through, but it still carries a little bit of that cocoa, that chocolate on the finish. Very solid pour, very tasty. If you're into barrel proof bourbons, I'd highly recommend this. This is really good. Honestly, as hot as it is, it's almost equally sweet, which is a pleasant combination.
First initial sip is hot. Second sip, it's good.
So while we're tasting our bourbon, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, T3 Treasures and Gifts. Huge shout out to Tammy for making these glasses for us, for making our coasters for us. We really appreciate the love and support. You guys go check out T3 Treasures and Gifts on Facebook. Yep. And get with Tammy for all of your embroidery, all of your engraving needs, everything that you're looking for.
Give her a like, share, follow.
So I'm going to hit this again because it has changed every time I've hit it. It started out really hot. Now, on 4 or 5 sips in, it's finishing kind of hot, but it's not really starting out as hot.
Now it's a oaky, almost like a peanut taste towards the back end.
Yeah, I definitely get a little nut on the back end. All right, guys, so if you've seen our previous episodes of Bourbon Budz, you know how we rank our bourbon on our reviews. We rank our bourbon on a scale from 1 to 20. The way we get there is we each rank the bourbon on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Now, for Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B524, it's kind of tough for me. That is the flavor profile I like. I find it may not be up to par to where I expected it to be. Having had the A124 previously and the C923. Huge shout out to Elijah Craig for C923. But it's still a solid pour. I have to go with an 8. I mean, I'm leaning towards 7, but realistically, it's my flavor profile. I think an 8 is a fair judgment.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6, just because I'm more of a lighter bourbon guy. So it's a little hot for me. I'm gonna give it a 6.
So if we take my 8 and his 6 and we add them together, that makes Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B524 14 out of 20. Still a solid pour. If you like barrel proof stuff, you're gonna love this. It's a very tasty pour. But if you don't like hot and you don't like strong, this is not for you. So that was today's episode of Bourbon Budz. We appreciate you guys for supporting us. Make sure to like, follow us, and share everything. We're on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you share it to all of your friends. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
%, malted barley and 10% rye.
Marta
Marta. That's the Marta Barta.
What do y'all say it?
Say it.
Hang on.
Just say it.
Stop.
So we're going to bust this brand new bottle open for you guys because you know how much we love our fresh crack. Weak.
Wait.
That was a really good one. Shut up, Luna.